Hi guys, we're here another Friday. You know the drill, let the people know that we're live. Especially the Instagram peeps. Share the video, send a comment, let me know that you're here. Hi Sanya. So Sanya, are you on Facebook or are you on YouTube? You can't pick a side. Sanya said two of them. So share the video guys. Get the numbers up to 50 so we can start. I see 21 persons in here. If you're here, comment and let me know. Blessings. Is that Denariel? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being a part of Friday Night Live Youth Fellowship. How long have you been waiting, Sonia? Share the video, guys. Hey, Rochelle. 1 hour? Why were you waiting 1 hour? What are you expecting? Let me know what you expect from tonight's live. What are you excited about? Share the video and call some peeps. Oh, you thought we started at 7? No. Thanks, Miss Jodian. Wow, I got it right. Denariel. So share the video, guys. Share the video. And I know you guys have been seeing the flyer and the guests that we have for tonight. And tonight is going to be a little bit different. Not so much different, but slightly different. We'll have 3 lovely guests here with us tonight who are going to be answering some questions, some very deep questions. Come on, share the video. They're going to be answering some very deep questions, and the aim of tonight, as the topic suggests, it's journey to self-discovery. And I want to let others know that it's okay to be connected with you. I know, especially in our church culture, many persons are trained to follow and not really have an identity, and as a result, many persons struggle with knowing who they are and how they should even act or think or just be as a person. So I'm hoping that tonight, with this little game that I have, we can help others to see that it is okay to be vulnerable, and we can give you some questions that can help you to really sit down and think about and come up with answers that you can really connect with yourself. So if you were wondering why I said to bring a notebook, that's why, because we're going to have some deep questions that will require some deep answers, and yeah. So I'm going to be bringing on my guests shortly, but I want you guys to share the video some more. so some more persons can know that we're here and we're live and we're ready. Sanya says, as long as I know maths me good. So let me know what you're expecting from, just based on the topic. Based on the topic, what are you expecting from tonight's live? I'm letting the Instagram peeps know that we are live. Lashanta, Tanila come with our madness. You have madness to come with Tanil? Shake your head if yes. So my other guest is trying to get her stuff up. But in the meantime, I'm going to ask my guests to come on and introduce themselves, tell us their name, what they do, and 2 fun facts about themselves. So first, I'm going to bring on y'all's faves, because when I posted the flyer and you guys saw that Tanya was on it, it was pure excitement. And I see all of ISCF peeps in the comments. I see Andrew's peeps in the comments. So this is Tanya Campbell.
Hi guys! Hello. Hi, I'm Tennille Campbell. I want to hear the accent. Don't leave it, sis. Girl, I hear it everywhere I go. Yeah, hi, I'm Tennille Campbell. I'm 19. I don't have a job, thanks be to God who causes us to triumph. I'm just in school. I go to Trinity Western University, and I'm majoring in media and communications and minoring in worship arts. And a fun fact about me is that I'm lactose intolerant, but I eat dairy every single day. And I went vegetarian for 6 months.
6 months?
6 months.
Yeah,
Because I'm telling you, but I'm not.
So our next guest, you finished?
I'm done.
No? Yeah. Our next guest is Devonnie Henry. I'm not sure how many of you know her on this side of life, but she's going to come and introduce herself and tell us 2 fun facts about herself.
Hey guys, I'm Devonnie Henry. I am an administrator, an executive assistant with an IT company here in Jamaica. I studied media and communication at Karimak at UWI. So I'm also a communications girl. But right now I'm just doing a little bit of everything as an assistant. It's really fun. You really get to know a lot about a lot, if that makes sense. I am married. I have been married for almost 2 years. And I am a YouTuber. I actually just launched my second channel today. So I have my first video. And it's about natural hair. Like, me really like natural hair and them something there.
Yes, we need help.
Love them something there. And my other channel is with my husband. It's called Yardmates. And we basically go around the island and showcase what we have to offer, talk about different things, try different food. So yeah, some love the vibes, some love them something there, media and them something there, I might think.
So next we have Miss Chantel Wellington, aka the Fancy Believer, and she's very fancy tonight. So here she is. Somebody said it gets pretty though.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. My name is Chantel Wellington, aka the Fancy Believer, and I'm not working, so let me take Tania's line. But the Fancy Believer, that's my brand. I do fashion, beauty, inspiration, travel. So it's really a blog. And professionally, I work in the tourism industry, and I am 29 years old. Yes. Fun fact about me, I like to socialize with people sometimes.
So on the topic, where our topic is journey to self-discovery. And as I was explaining earlier, for those who are just joining us, we will be playing a little game tonight, but it is not a game in the traditional sense. It is really a question and answer tool that we can use to encourage deep, meaningful conversations. And tonight we're going to be focused on self-discovery, self-awareness, those deep thoughts that we don't really think about. And so before we go into that, I want you guys to each tell us, what do you think self-awareness means and why it is important to be self-aware? Why not always do this? Every Friday on the call.
Wait, no, I thought you were gonna choose. I thought you were gonna choose. You can choose first.
Like you're really looking for volunteers? You better choose.
From Chantel.
All right. So, what is self-awareness and why it's important to be self-aware? That's correct.
Yeah.
Self-awareness to me is knowing who you are, what you are about. It incorporates your values, your norms, your beliefs. It also incorporates what you like to do. So physically, yes, your body as well, and also mentally. So it's a understanding of the whole person, of who you are. And it's important to have this self-awareness, because I think if you're not self-aware, then you're going to be led astray by anybody. And number one reason why I think you should be self-aware, know what you're about and what you want.
True.
Agreed. Love to see. Yeah, that's good, Chantel. I feel like you really touched on everything. Yeah. Self-awareness is basically just having a clear perception of who you are. And I feel like it's very important because it helps you to understand yourself and understand your purpose. I think the more aware you are, the more you have direction. And yeah, Chantal, you really touched that, man.
Yes, you did.
You got deep, friend. I feel like you have everything. However, I tried.
Devani?
All right. So to me, basically, I agree with everything that you guys just said. So it's a lot about identity, who you are, knowing who you are, knowing your likes, your dislikes, yes, your values, your beliefs. But also, I think in knowing who you are, you would also know what you need to change or what you need to improve on yourself. And by knowing who you are able to easily walk into your purpose. Because sometimes I feel like when we're trying to follow other people, or we're not really real with what we're about, and sometimes God really I tell you, say, yo, that direction you're going now, and you're trying to go into something else because you feel like that's what I think I should do, and not really listening to the Lord and the Lord's leading on your own heart and your own life. So knowing who you are is definitely important in fulfilling your purpose here on earth.
Yeah, that's good. Sorry, I have something else to add. I feel like with that, I was reading this book, and then I forgot what it's called, but it's by Sarah Jakes Roberts, and then she was saying how her father, T.D. Jakes, asked her husband, she's like, I know everything that's right about you, but tell me what's wrong with you. And I said, wait, hold on. And I feel like having a level of self-awareness really helps you to answer that question, because I feel like
I'm not bad about it.
Right? Come on. I feel like a lot of us have a bunch of cheerleaders. I love my cheerleaders. Hey guys. However, we also need coaches in our lives, and I feel like just being aware with yourself helps other people to, help you. Help
Yeah.
me help you. Be
Yeah.
aware.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
tonight, I know you guys, I have 48 of you watching so far. And in the post, I said, take a piece of paper or a notebook or a journal or something, because I want you guys to answer the questions as well. And even though we are on screen, hi Jamaica, even though we are on screen answering the questions and things will come out of that, I want you guys also to have your answers written down. And if you have any questions, you can share them. We will be asking each person the question, and then based on your comments, or if you have any questions, we'll answer your questions, and then we move into the next question. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first?
Chantel.
I'm happy I went first the first time.
Who wants to go first?
Who born
Can
first?
you just choose? Can you no
See?
stop that, Kanil? Stop it!
There are going to be some moments in life, you see.
Hey God.
Come
That
on now.
is
Come
not
on, somebody.
going to wait.
Go there. Go there. Yes. Yes. That's a word. Come on.
You're preaching, Bishop.
Come
So
on.
I'm nominating Devon to go first.
I did feel like I did that me.
You
Lord,
see,
In the spirit, friend.
you
I
see,
did feel
when
it.
you feel like, are you
Are you?
I mean,
you inspire the choice, spiritually. You never know. The mind is a powerful tool,
True that. True that.
All right. So the first question is, who am I trying to please and why? So when I say I, really mean you. So who are you trying to please and why?
All right, I'm gonna answer this honestly.
Yes.
I'm gonna say a lot of times I try to please. All right, I'm gonna give it in different settings. So if I'm at work, I'm trying to please my boss. I'm just being real straight up. I try to please my parents. I honor them a whole lot. So yes, a part of me try to please them. I do try to please God, but I fall short. I fall short on that, but I'm a work in progress. I try to please my husband, Halu.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Was there another part to the question?
And why?
Why? Okay. So let me start from the beginning. So in terms of work, trying to please my boss, I feel like, he's the person who hire me, him pay me, that's how I make my livelihood. And so therefore I'm gonna do my best and do what I need to do in order to keep that steady and going in the right direction. In terms of my parents, I feel like my parents have definitely helped me or helped to craft me into who I am. And so therefore, a lot of what I do, I want to make them proud just because, I feel like they have done so much for me. Like they have sacrificed a whole lot for me. And I feel like I want to please them. I want them to be proud of me. God, whoa, that one I got long.
Come on now.
Like, God has brought me through so much in my life.
Mm-hmm.
God is a part of the reason why I know who I am. He's a part of the reason why I know whose I am. Being a part of things that are of Christ have really helped to craft me. It has made me a whole lot more confident. I used to struggle a lot with a whole lot of insecurities when I was younger. And I feel like God made me feel like I am worth it and I can do it. And because I am created by Him, I can do anything that he wants me to do, anything that I set my mind to, knowing that He is backing me like 100%. Like any cares or I have, I know some I can't cast it on Jesus. Like My family is a very big faith family. And I have learned to develop my own faith. So not just, okay, my parents' faith, but I have developed my own faith, and I see where God has taken me high times, in good times, in bad times. And I do want to make him proud, because I know that that's the reason why I'm here on earth. I'm here to worship him. I'm here to walk in his way, breathe his word. That kind of falls short sometimes. I lie. But, God has been just so good to me. And of course, I'd want to please him. And of course, my husband, God give him a good husband. And so,
Hey, at the second time, it's not husband come here.
look
You know.
here.
Yeah, girl. I look
think-
at husband.
Look here. I think my husband is
Whoa.
literally one of the biggest and probably one of the best gifts that God has given me. In all honesty, yeah, I love my husband, guys. I'm like, I want to please him. And other things we can't
Whoa.
really tap on the ear. You understand? So yeah,
Lord.
if you know, you know. I love how my face look though.
My God.
Come tell you, who are you trying to please and why?
Oh, such a great question. Thank you so much for asking me. Thank you, Mrs. Lauren. What is the origin of that question? Just kidding. Yeah. Who am I trying to please? Wow, that's a great question. I feel like the Sunday school answer is definitely Jesus, because we're Christians, and but I feel like sometimes I definitely fall into the trap of trying to please humans, like random people on my Instagram. I'm trying to please you guys. If you're watching, I'm sorry, Jesus. I feel like there's a scripture that says our righteousness is like filthy rags. So like, in reality, can we really please Jesus? Like, how, like, no matter how much you try, like, we can try to do what the Bible says, but with that scripture, when you look at it, can you please God? But honestly, I try to do what he tells me to do, and what will make him smile. Hashtag Jermaine Edwards. We know that song. Don't think we'll forget it. We know it. Yeah, but yeah, ultimately it goes down to just trying to please God.
Outside of God?
Outside of the Lord, my mother. Hi, mommy. I know you're watching. Hello. Yeah, definitely. My mother is a big motivation for me to do what I do, because she sacrificed so much to get me where I am today, and I'm so grateful for this woman. Shout out to Shelly. You guys probably see her on my WhatsApp story. Check out box pickup and say Shelly. Sorry, mommy.
I was like, are we still talking about your mother, or are we talking about your friend? Like,
no, actually. But yeah, my mother for sure.
Ella? Who are you trying to please and why?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the past. So in the past, I used to try to please people a lot. I used to live for people's compliments. That's how I survive. I want to please people. I want to ensure somebody tell me you're doing well. So that was me. That's in the past. Later. So no, I try to please God, and I try to please myself. In trying to please God, it's about ensuring that my walk with him, my relationship with him, I try to develop it. I try to do the right things to stay on the path that he has ordained me. And I try to pray. And as Devon said, we fall short sometimes, but I try to please him in that aspect. And in trying to please myself, what I mean by that is, what are my goals, my dreams? Those are the things I want to accomplish. I want to be pleased at the end of the day, knowing that the purpose that I have here on earth that I work towards, I'm gonna try to fulfill it. Oh, and also try to please my mother, because she's my big role model. Yes.
Love to see it.
So, anybody in the comments have any questions so far? Anybody let me know.
Anybody?
Yeah.
People just coming in, so. All right, so let me do another light one.
Wow.
Yes, please.
Thank
One
you.
we can manage the Wi-Fi. So God.
Oh,
Yes,
so Zelia is asking Chantel, what
really?
did Ella do to overcome people pleasing? Very good
Wow.
question.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow,
I like
wow,
that.
wow.
I like that
Wow.
question.
I love that you were
Okay.
specific as well.
Yeah, me
Why
too. I
should
rate that. Big up yourself.
target me?
ZGB.
So what I did to overcome people pleasing, I think it was a moment in my life when I was in a relationship, and then if the guy never
Always
texts
a
me,
man. Always a man.
if the guy never texts me, I never feel good. If I never get a message saying have a great day, it's like my day now go good. And then one day, I just come to my senses. I'm like, girl, you eat it? You get what, it's like I literally came to my senses like you're a whole person. I lie. I never just come to my senses. I break up.
Isn't that the journey to almost every woman's self-awareness?
and then and then I was single for 4 years. And throughout that 4 years, it was just me and God on a journey. I became aware of myself. I know what I wanted to do. I became a whole person. Nobody could tell me say you're ugly. I'ma feel away. Like I was a whole new human being. And then it was like to me, why are you trying to please people? Not everybody will like you. Do be true to yourself. Please God. Go through the motions. And really that's how I came out of trying to please people. And it really started in church too, trying to please people. When we just get baptized and me I go church and me I do the do. Yeah man, well done, Ella. And so on, so go girl. Every
Come
pan knock
on.
you dead, every pan knock you dead, girl. And then
Mm-hmm.
I realized I was riding off that. And then
Mm-hmm.
I went through that breakup. And then my first love and I said, boy, bring my heart set still.
I can't wait to tell my daughter about first love and all the macrosses.
So it was really I went through that and then 4 years. That's why I tell people take time for yourself. Trust me. Because I found myself. When me tell you say nobody can dim my confidence, they cannot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come
Yeah.
on. That's good. Love
Yeah.
to see. I feel like I have a small thing to add to that. Nothing major, nothing crazy. But I feel like just coming to the realization that people are temporary and
Yes,
just
girl.
the one thing that's eternal in this life is Jesus. That
Amen.
really shifts my perspective on wanting to please them because people come in and out, people seasonal. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you live
Yep.
to please them, I feel like you'll be eternally discontent. So,
Yes, girl.
you
Speak.
know,
But I think the issue start with attachment though, because if you don't know how to distance, you're always gonna be attached. And so when them come into your life, you just
come
Mm-hmm.
on now.
No man,
That's
Hashtag
true.
soul
you
tie.
That is
watched live
true.
last week.
That is
did I?
true.
I think I was some of it. I didn't watch all
Mercy.
of it.
So another light question
Oh
is,
God.
who do you want to help? And you can interpret that any way you want to interpret it. But who do you want to help?
Yeah.
Anybody for just answer, right? All right. So I have always had this long time, I don't know, feeling, inkling. And this might sound a little bit cliche, but I always want to help young women in the church specifically. I feel like there's so much that is not talked about. Like people, like even sometimes talking to a few of them from the church that I grew up in, sometimes I would hear them ask me some things and I would answer them and they were like, what? I never know say there was any other opinion or there was any other thought to this. I thought there was
No,
only one way.
the naivety is so, I don't even know how to describe
It's
it.
so real and it made me a little sad sometimes because people literally out here thinking some crazy things that life must only go X way and not Y way. A lot of young women feel like if they have made mistakes in whatever area of their lives, like it's the end all and be all. And I think it's because a lot of times the church kind of, or people, not even the church, people are very shameful. So when you say God forgive you and don't forget and it gone into the sea of forgetfulness, people tend to just keep bringing it up. And because you haven't really dealt with it, and maybe that this is a part of being self-aware too, to know like, yo, I've made a mistake and I can admit that, and I need to move forward. I feel like that holds back a lot of young women, and I feel like a lot of them feel like living true and being righteous and being pure is not a real thing in a 2020, and I believe that it is so possible. And I have a lot of them who certain things them do and them say, yo, them kill up themselves to do it, and when them do it, it's like, I eat that.
Because even like knowing my past, persons who like girls who grew up in the church or women who grew up in the church would say, oh, I want to experience this and oh, I want to experience that, and it looks so fun. And I'm like, you have it all right here. This is it. Like if we could go back and undo some of the things that we did in your shoes.
Yeah.
But then they don't want to take your word for it. They want to experience it for themselves. And then in experiencing things, they go about it the wrong way. And then it's a whole another level of mess.
Trust me. So that is something, that is who I really would love to help. I don't know, I just have a heart for young women. Anything with them ask me just tell them. I'm going to tell them it raw.
Raw and real.
Real. Some of the little part them have to kind of cut out for them still, but whatever they ask me, I try to answer honestly and openly, because I know a lot of people who probably they should be looking up to are not honest and open.
And because the transparency is so lacking in their spaces, because even this whole idea of Friday night youth fellowship, people, the idea that they have of youth fellowship in their mind is nothing like the topics that I'm discussing are the people that
are nothing real. Like and Daniel in the Lions, then we are talking about.
Yeah, it's like wow. I remember when I just got saved. I'm excited for church. I may say, yeah, Friday night, you're gonna have little games nights and little fellowship and all that jazz. My God, what the people that I talk about? Roast lamb. Roast lamb and starfish and how for plant vegetable garden. What's that child me? Being somebody who I come out of Bacchanal Fridays and I come out of club and I come out of all of this excitement. Me must come church on a Friday night, come talk about roast yam and starfish.
The more if you plant it for your husband, girl, the more to pick for your husband,
I was so
important.
Somebody said 4-H club, you go.
4-H club. And then in the young adults, something a beer 40
Look here, let me stop that. Let me go in our older young adults or something.
No.
Yeah,
and I feel like,
and then that's another thing, and that's another thing about self-awareness, because a lot of people feel like being a Christian means say you don't have no personality and you face no reality. Nah. So the conversations about life and just surviving in life, they don't have it.
Yeah.
Bible, and Ruth and Boaz every day.
Come on, go there, right there.
I feel like I was saying that I feel like too. When you mentioned that thing about you going into the youth fellowship and it's beer 40 and something, I feel like it hits different when you're a few years older than me. Like I feel like there's a greater connection. Not to say that I can't connect with people who are 40 and whatever, but I feel like because we're so much closer in age, a lot of times we still can have an understanding of the different struggles. Sometimes, in all honesty, I not say older people never have certain struggles. But it's like the certain struggles hit different in this generation, if you get what I'm saying. Like certain things that obviously didn't have, of course, they had sin was sin now and then, and it will be sin forevermore. But I mean, I don't know, it's just more relatable when you talk to somebody who's a little bit, I guess, older than you, but or maybe the same age, but who has probably gone through it before and can really speak from that real place.
Wow, good.
Come, Tanya. Who do you want to help?
Who do I want to help? Wow, I just love helping people. Like just people on a whole. Like honestly, I feel like I really just love to serve. Oh, this is good. Oh, wait. Oh, listen, wait. I feel like
Tanya for president.
You understand?
get it trending. I'm kidding. But there's just this thing about serving, and I feel like if you're struggling to find your purpose in life, serve. Hashtag serve.
Yes,
Just
girl, yes.
go to your church, ask them how you can serve. You can collect the offering. You can greet the people at the door. And I feel like in that one thing that you're willing to do without being paid, or that one thing that you're willing to suffer for, that in that you can find your purpose. And I feel like I've dipped my toe in a lot of things, a lot of random things. Like I'm not tooting my own horn, but I'm very, very willing to serve. And I feel like in that, I just found a lot of things I'm passionate about. And yeah, if you want to find something you're passionate about, or if you want to find a purpose, hashtag serve. You hear me? Hashtag serve.
And if you want to learn about yourself to serve.
Oh, yes.
You want to be more self-aware. Yes, that's good. Oh, bring it back, Amoy. Bring it back.
Come, Ella. Who do you want to help?
But I want to help illiterate people. There was one time when I was at UTech, I did community service.
I think you did like support sisters who can dress.
Ooh! That's for another live. That is for another live.
Thank you. Hit me up differently. Sorry, that was good. Yeah. Anyways, so I want to help illiterate and children especially. There was a time when I was in community service when I was at UTech, and I went to Spanish Town Primary, and I was an assistant to the teacher, and it just saddened my heart that there were students in the class who couldn't read. They were very slow, and it's almost like the teacher became accustomed to the slow ones, so they were just left there. And I'm like, so you just like move on, leave them. And so because I was their assistant, I would sit with one or two of them, and I would help them to just continue and write the work off the board. I was like, Jesus. And because of that, I want to help those type of people, because having an education is so liberal. You can give people money, you can give people material things. At the end of the day, if they're not educated enough to know how to use it or retain it, it's not going to be of value to them. And so I'm very big on having education and just people knowing how to survive on their own. And with education, I think they can do that. So I want to help those type of children, because they're the same one you're going to see at the stoplight, wiping the windshield, begging, selling chocolate. And I really think if they had an education, even though probably they won't have the money to go to school every day, at least they have an education, something to bounce back on. Say in the future, if they make it in a life, if somebody to say, all right, they were trying youth, they can make it forward.
That's good.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Amen.
I love that.
So, you want another light question, or you're ready to get a bit deeper? So raise your hand if you want another light question.
Just slowly ooze it in, slowly.
Yeah, it's slowly.
So one more light question?
Not deep, but
All right,
just go half. You were half light.
Yeah, this kind of in between. Zila says Chantel for Minister of Education.
Yes.
And Zila just come off this live, thanks.
So this is kind of half. So the question is, why do you do what you do?
As in work life, you mean?
work
Or
life,
anything.
ministry life,
Overall,
friendship
Mm,
life,
mm,
relationship life.
mm,
Why do
well,
you
I
do
think
Boy.
what?
for me, collectively, it comes down to passion. I'm
mhm,
doing the whole fashion, makeup, inspiration, blogging because I like to write. I like the dress up aspect. I like makeup. I like the artwork of it. And when it relates to as it relates to church and ministry, I like to sing. I like to help to usher the people of God into the presence of God. My God, that
Go
was very
there, go
deep.
there, go there, go there. Felt that.
So it's because I'm passionate about it. I'm in hospitality industry because I'm a people person. I love meeting new people. Ever since from high school, I asked, "What do you want to do?" And we had career day. I knew what I wanted to. I asked, "Give me a career where I can meet people. I can learn about different cultures, different lifestyle." But say, "Oh, you're fit for hospitality." It's like boom. And so anything I do, it kind of circles around my personality, what I'm passionate about, and that's why I do what I do because of
Mm,
passion.
that's good.
It's intrinsic to me. I love to do it. I gone are the days when I'm doing things because I just feel like doing it or because somebody tell me
Come
That
to.
on now, please. Come on,
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah,
hello.
yes,
life
that's
is too
true.
short to be people pleasing.
Come
Amen.
on,
Exactly.
that's good. Yeah,
But
I second what my good sis with the red lipstick said. Passion is definitely what drives what I do.
what's the continue?
Um, yes, girl. Just let them know say I'm on the red lipstick if them could already see it, obviously. But yeah, passion for sure. As she said, gone are the days that we do things just for doing things. One, we don't have time. Like honestly, in this quarantine thing or like isolation, whatever they call it, we still don't have time. Like one bag of things to do, whatever. And I feel like something that I learned recently, so I got from isolation, I started reading. The root word of passion is suffering. So what's that one thing that I'm willing to suffer for? And I look at it and I'm like, I would suffer to lead worship. Like that's a vibe. Like I love singing and I love to usher people into the presence of God. And I feel like that's not a device for me. If I'm supposed to put my neck on one of those shopping things and say, boop, you're gone, I'd be like, all right, dude, I'll see you later. That's good. See. I'd be like,
Well,
gonna go be with my Lord. But yeah, I do it because of passion for sure. Yeah.
All right. My answer probably going to be a little different, honestly. Just because for me, when I was growing up, I was very, I don't want to say fearful, but I wasn't very outgoing. Um, a lot of the things that I have learned to love are because um, I kind of was exposed to it because I kind of had to, and I'm just being 100% honest. Like I can sing, but I never saw myself like as a praise and worship leader and then something there. But I feel like,
Same.
a lot of times you have people in your life who kind of see what sometimes you don't necessarily see. And I do believe that sometimes God places people in your life to kind of give you that extra nudge that you need sometimes to kind of fall into, you're still going in your purpose, but you just need a little nudge. Sometimes you're kind of little stubborn and stuff. Um, but yeah, I feel like a lot in terms of like how I was grown and them something there, like we're just very, when you said Tanya, the thing about service, that is definitely where I started to really find myself and to really find why I actually do what I do. I believe that I'm naturally like a nurturer. Um, I love when people are good.
Yeah.
I love when people are happy. Like if I see somebody out there doing something and them winning at it, I'm just like, yes, bro, I love it. You go. I think I'm naturally an encourager also. And for people to encourage me into doing certain things, that kind of opened up my eyes to say, yo, I don't need to be timid. I don't need to be hiding under any kind of shell or anything. Like I actually can do it. Like God has given me a talent to do something. and I actually can do it. So yes, I get a little nudge here and there from people, but to me, it worked out in my benefit. And it wasn't like I was trying to please them, because at the end of the day, it was something that I actually grew to love and grew to be passionate about. So now I actually like lead praise and worship and them something there. Since we get married and moved to a different church, I really do it, but God is working on my heart. God is working on my heart.
Love to see it. I love that you said that there are people who are going to see your potential before you see it, because sometimes those people are going to cheer you on, and that's like those people are going to try to use it for your demise or whatever. So I feel like that's where self-awareness really comes in, where you have to, you know, be do some introspection, know where you thrive, know what you're good at, and when you do that, you can catch it before the people who are trying to manipulate you catch it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, that's definitely.
Facts. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how honest are you being right now?
Pretty honest, I'd say probably like 7. Pretty honestly, 7 for me. 7.
Hello, Tanya.
Yeah, I'll give it a solid 8.5. Nothing
Yeah, good
crazy.
day. Use the A++.
No big deal. That's like 4.2 GPA. Let's go.
So, how have you grown the most in the last year?
Wow.
How have I grown? I'll answer that.
Quarantine feels like a year in itself. So this past 2 months is 1 year. How have I grown in these past 2 months? Let's talk about that, because that's a year in itself. Yeah, I've learned to be more comfortable with myself. So right now I don't have. Well, I do. I could go outside if I want to. Honestly, sorry, Justin Trudeau. I feel like that's not allowed. But I feel like now I'm just like, okay, like I can sit down and read a book by myself, or I can sit in the house and, I don't know, cook and just be super content with being alone. Firstly, we need to realize that there's a difference between being alone and being lonely.
Lonely, yes, girl.
I've gotten to a place in the last 2 months, hashtag year, where I'm very comfortable with just being alone. And I feel like before you're able to go out there and work on other people, you need to be able to work on yourself. And that comes with being comfortable with being alone and just being alone with your thoughts and being able to listen to yourself or not listen to yourself and listen to God, because we're Christians, that's what we're supposed to do. But yeah, I've just like gotten comfortable with being alone. Yeah.
Welcome to the introvert side of life.
Thank
Fun.
you.
It's very fun over this side, you know. Ella,
How have I grown in the past year? Lord. I have grown, I'd say I've grown mentally. I've grown physically as a come out workouts. What?
Yeah, good day. Yeah, good day.
yes, so hear me.
Hello, yeah, good day.
I think I've grown mentally because I've come to a place where I'm a little more bolder, even though I'm very outspoken. There are things I would be reserved about, but it's almost like if you're around me and you're just not, add some space and environment in terms of mentally, if we're not like-minded in wanting to better ourselves, it's like, me just not time for the foolishness. And if I'm trying to help you and Mrs. say, you just depend on certain depend.
Yeah.
It's like I've garnered some boldness. Yeah, I've garnered a certain boldness. Like, listen, I've tried my best, and it's almost like I mentally check out, and then I get the courage to say it. It would more come in a text because Sorry, it would work over that text message or I write because that's how I communicate better. So I've become more bold in saying how I feel about a certain situation. I'm working on it more because I still tend to bottle up my feelings and how to. I'm working on my patience. So I become more bold in that aspect. I'll call you out in certain things. So I think that's how I've grown over the past year. Oh, and just touching on Tania's 2 years of quarantine. I have
Come on now.
listen, I have read a lot. I don't like to read. I know that it is vital, but I've read a lot. I've upped my game in terms of trying to do some free courses. I put my mind in a space where listen, Chantel, you know work, but don't dwell upon that. It's either you're gonna make use of the time, level up, come out of quarantine nice and proper. So that's where my mindset went, and that's what I've been trying to do. Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I think I've grown in my mindset a lot too. And also, I think a big part of me growing this year was learning to say things in a way that will actually edify people and not hurt them feelings. So sometimes I can be like very blunt and just be like, no, my girl, why you do that? You hear that?
Lawrence.
But I'm really trying to work on it because like people feelings really get hurt and them something there. And like I really need to be careful what I say and what I speak over people and what I speak over my own life. So like I have, as I mentioned before, I have insecurities. I've always had an insecurity when my body can just feel like I'm too heavy, girl too heavy over here. But like
Every,
even when I'm working on
in the right places.
Hello?
but like
Like
so
when me I
like
get non-heavy, I realize say me shape like one little coolie girl.
hello, stop that. Stop it in the name of Jesus.
No offense to the cool people.
I'm not cool it. I open me answer. I'm not cool it. Anyway,
Wow. Give your shoulders. Love to see you.
love it. Anyway, so for me, I remember at the beginning of the year, I said when I was setting the goals, the things that I wanted to achieve this year, I approached it differently. So usually it's like I have to do this by this time, and if I don't do it by this time, good dog name my supper. But like in terms of workout, I'll give you that example. I had lost a lot of weight before. Like I was just going through something, and it's like I just put all my energy into working out, and I did lose a whole heap of weight. But I'm still never happy. Like I feel like even if I lost the weight, I still wasn't happy, and I still wasn't pleased with where I am. So now I look at it differently. I look at it in the regard where I just want to be active. I know that being active helps my mental state. Being active, it makes me feel, I don't know, a lot happy. I love to work out in the mornings. It kind of just gives me I don't know what to say, like a boost to the day. Like I feel like I can accomplish
Ready.
anything. Like my ready feet,
I'm the plug girl, but
I
I'm
get back there.
But like that's how I started to look at
the plug fair, am I?
a lot more realistic too. I started to be a lot more realistic. Every time when my birthday comes up, I don't know if anybody else is like this, I start to get a little bit sad. And that is like I start to get sad because I feel like what have I really accomplished? You know, I'm X years old and I haven't done this and I haven't done that. But this year I'm like, no boo. God knows exactly what He's doing in your life. He knows exactly why you are where you are. So don't fret about that. So the whole mindset thing, a lot more realistic, a lot more patient, and a lot more kind in terms of how I deal with people, how I respond. So I've grown a lot in this aspect.
That's so good. Yeah, touching on that mindset thing. Sorry, I'm going to don't kill me. I feel like what really helped me with my whole like mindset behavior is to have I get to do this instead of I have to do this. That really does.
That's true.
That just sets me up. Like I get to work out today because #good body. I don't have to work out. You know, like I get to read this book today because we just want to increase in knowledge in this quarantine. I get to, I don't know, sleep. I don't have to sleep. You know, like I get to wake up today Stuff like that. I
Yeah.
feel like really just sets you up for the day. Wake up and say,
Yeah.
I get
Like
to be
every day is a
confident.
blessing, you know. The Lord has granted me
Yeah,
another day, and it's a blessing. I should be
yes,
thankful for that. Yeah. You're
yeah.
right.
Oh,
Guru.
come on, girl. Yeah.
So now for more depth.
Oi.
What three experiences from the past shape your current perception?
Hmm.
Current perception of what?
In general, life,
General.
however you interpret the question, you can answer it.
Repeat it one more time for me, Amoy.
What three experiences from the past shape your current perception?
Wow.
Three experiences. All right. My number one is definitely my relationship with my father. That has definitely shaped my perspective on life now. Because
Please
I never
excuse
spoken
my
about this
oversized
public.
water bottle.
You say girl on a day, goodie. You say clear skin.
Yes, I always a nice clean skin.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, I love it.
So I used to have, when I was probably like, I was in prep school and I was like, that is with a girl and everything and with it good that I have a good relationship. And then him just move out. I'm like, bro. And I didn't know at school today. And I was at school and we used to have two dressers in the house. I mean, just come with my one gone. I mean, there's nothing gone. But I never expressed myself at the time. I didn't have any emotions. I resent my father for a very long time. It's going through church and growing up that I had to release him from that because nobody could have told me no. It's like, yeah, abandon it straight up. The relationship just crashed because when sometimes too, you know, when you're there at school and everybody talk about nuclear family and in my head, me have nuclear family and that not change. I don't want a stepfather, but I want a stepmother. And so my whole perception of my family went through the door. And it really affected me. And because we don't have a relationship where we talk about things, that's how we grew up. It really affected me. And it's through church and just realizing that you can't have unforgiveness in your heart that I had to release him. And so no is forgiveness. My perspective on life as it relates to forgiveness is that it's something that's gradual and you have to work on it. My other perception was of men, and it came through the relationships, growing up and seeing what happened, and it kind of shaped my outlook for wanting to be independent. Now I wanted to have my own money, because when I was growing up, all the women, my mother, my auntie, everybody, they were just very dependent on the men. The men were the main breadwinners, and you know, them bringing the coin. And I realized that everything was just always dependent on the men, and them never nice. Them used to take advantage of them. I've lived through domestic violence, the cussing, the whole works. I was like, I always said I would never grow up and be like this. And I used to think all men was the same. These things that when we get married, I have my own house, same way, because if me and the man have no issue, it now keep me out of me and I road. So if him not come out, me I got my house. So and then it was just growing and knowing that listen, you can't marry them, but you have a next house. So I was like, all right, I gotta have my next house and then me I gotta rent it just in case nothing happens.
Why are we the same person?
I know, right? So people used to say to me, listen, Chantel, you cannot have that conception of marriage in your head. Get rid of it. And I realized it had to do with my background, what I grew up seeing. And so now my outlook on men, I had to transform that. I had to realize that all men are the same. Men don't have to abuse you. You don't have to sit down and take it. You don't have to sit down and depend on a man for nothing. And yes, you give them room to be the leader, but at the same time, it shaped my independent mindset and wanting to have those things for myself. And three things though. What was the third thing that happened in my past? Third thing probably that happened in my past. Of course, we don't know the relationship after coming in.
Come on.
So, as I mentioned before, it was through a breakup that I went through that 4 years of finding myself, and it has given me a great outlook on life. I found the Chantel in me, praise Jesus, and I realized that I am a whole person. There is this phrase that always goes around about you need to find somebody where complete you. Nah, you're a whole person. You find somebody who will complement you. So that was through going through that whole breakup and family back is friends, so on. So those are my three.
Okay. So,
Wait, I'll just
oh,
say one. Because I have one right now, and it's on the tip of my tongue, and it's not going anywhere. So, one thing that changed my perception of now, I feel like quarantine is just a big thing in everybody's life right now. Unless you're in Jamaica and churches are open. Anyways, no big deal. But one thing is, I feel like recently I had an encounter with the Lord. I feel like I feel like encounters should be like not just one encounter you have that's carrying you through your entire life. I feel like you should be having more and more encounters. Anyways, that's not what I'm talking about. But I had an encounter with the Lord, and He was just telling me that, like, because I was like, God, like, why am I at home right now? Why am I not out eating a lot of food? All the food trucks are all supposed to be out right now, and they are not out right now, and I'm not able to go outside. Like, nothing is normal. I haven't taken the subway in a long time. And God was like, these things that you're in control, like I'm in control. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I made my plans for the summer. I knew where I was going to be. I said, I'm going to come home. I'm going to have this really fun job. I'm going to do this. None of that no happened. And then I feel like He really brought it to me that I was never in control. And that literally changed my whole quarantine vibe. I'm like, I said, ooh, you said I'm not what? Oh, okay, Jesus, I'm not in control. Change the whole vibe. So now I'm just like, Lord, if I get corona, it's just so I'm not in control. If I get to you alone, it happened, it's fine. Lord, if I don't know, if I don't get to go back to school in September, you're in control. You're leading my life. And that definitely just changed my perspective on this whole virus and what's happening right now. So yeah, that's my one. You can go.
all right. So the first one that I could think of is when my parents decided to leave their corporate jobs and become missionaries. So both my parents are missionaries. And that to me has changed my whole perspective on what faith, like real faith, is. Mama tell you, say, enough time, we don't know where enough things are come from. And in the nick of time, mama tell you, God provide. Like, I don't think I've experienced faith in that kind of way ever. Or maybe it was there, but me never, like, it never so clear. Maybe never really I go through the struggles like that before my parents actually became missionaries. So like me, my brother is a year and 6 months older than I am. So there was a point when both of us were in university. And I was like, well, you know, student loan, I forgot to do the thing, you know, I forgot to do the thing because my parents, like, on a real, they would not have been able to afford to send both of us to college at the same time. And I remember when my brother was gonna apply for student loan, right? Because I had a little part-time job when I was going to UE. And my brother was gonna apply for student loan. And I tell you, we are running around trying to get the documents. If you know about student loan, you know, so it's a whole heap of rigmarole, run up and down. And you know, say he missed the deadline. He missed the deadline to get the student loan. And would you believe that every cent pay off for my brother?
Come on now.
Pay off
Come
for
on,
me.
testify.
I will never take out no student loan. And my parents are, as I say, they're missionaries, which basically means that they have to seek support. They do not get a monthly salary or anything like that. They have to literally depend on others to basically, and the Lord, of course, to bless them, to pour into our lives. And sometimes, I mean, because it's not steady, sometimes, like, you know, you may have just enough to, you know, get you to pay bills and whatever, nothing extra. And sometimes, like, the Lord really sow some seed where you say, yo, we never think this would have come from nobody. So that has definitely changed my perspective on faith, on, like, sometimes we feel like we have faith, but sometimes we have in some situation. Sometimes
Yep.
really if we realize like how great or how lacking our faith is sometimes. Sometimes we feel like we have whole heap of faith, and then it's not until we go through something or realize that wow, I
Or
can't believe my
something
faith
starts
come out
happening.
of
Yeah, I wonder where the fear there.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the second thing that changed my perspective. So I when I graduated university, I went into a job. That job was a test. It was a test of my faith. I was very
Hallelujah.
unhappy. I was extremely unhappy, and I would just take all kind of treatment.
Glory.
I would just take all kind of treatment because I just felt like, well, I guess people always say the working world is terrible and it's awful and whatever. So I must take this treatment. This is how it's gonna be. And looking at where I am now, I remember in those last few months where I just was like, Lord, I really want to leave this job. God, I want to leave this job so bad, but I'm not gonna leave until you make me know say a time now. So I was there in it. I was so unhappy. I went to work every day and I was so sad. And people could tell that I was just so sad and I didn't want to be there. And usually I'm a very positive, like very bubbly kind of person. So trust me, it was showing on your sister's face. And I remember something happened with one of the bosses, and I couldn't believe she would have stooped so low. And it's a situation where
One company live I preach out my life.
no, seriously, it came to a point where like I knew the exact day when the Lord said, Devani, pack up your things and come on.
Come
I had
on.
nowhere going, guys. I had nowhere going. I didn't know what I was going to do. But I said, I'm not worried. I am not worried. But I know, Lord, that you are telling me that I need to hop, skip, and jump real fast out of this job. Because I never want to reach to a point where I'm a disrespecter. You understand? Sometimes people can push you to a point where it's almost like they want a reaction out of you. And I always said to myself, wherever I work, I always want to leave, and I'm supposed to beg me to come back. So even after the disrespect, I hear things going on, they might ask me if I can't stay a little longer, why may I leave? I say, ooh, we can stay with you. I didn't say it like that, but I was just like, no, I think I'm being led in a different direction. That kind of politically correct answer there. So that definitely, and then where I am now, I pray to the Lord and I said, Lord, I am never ever going back into a job where people disrespect me, where people don't appreciate the work that I do, they don't value me.
Amen.
I don't have an opinion. If I see something happening that's wrong, I can't speak out against it. I'm not going back into a job like that. And in about, I'd say about 3 months, I just a friend from university, randomly say, you looking for a job? Like she never know that I wasn't working or not. You looking for a job? Like, they want somebody. And trust me, where I am now, every day I have to look back and I say, God, you really do answer prayer. You really do see our hearts and know exactly where we want to be and where we need to be. And I understand now that I had to go through that situation because that situation has taught me a whole lot. It has taught me how to deal with people, how to stand firm even in the midst of persecution, how to still hold your ground and not people take you out of your character. And that has transcended with me into this current job, and I have learned a whole lot. So even though it was really sad and it was really disappointing, and like I never know say people that really stay in a real life, and so that they're believers of Christ and they're obedient to His word. But anyway, that is another story. But yeah, that really changed my whole perception of jobs, like 9 to 5. People always have so many horror stories, but in the midst of all of that, I can say that God really has taken me out of that situation and has shown me that He can be faithful to me in a 9 to 5. I can love to go to work every day. I can be passionate about what I do. It doesn't have to be a sad story for me every day. Like, it doesn't have to be a drag. I can really actually grow where I am, and see where I can go. Like, I can see the opportunity. I can see how I can grow where I am. So that was my second one. The third one, like God, me write it down. Come, know me that chat and forget. Like, never write it down. People never write it down. Oh, yes, I remember now. When you're applying to university, you're applying to university, and I'm always saying I must have second and third choices and them something there. I was just like, well, I'm applying to Karimak, and I'm not applying anywhere else because I did me I do. And it was exactly, everybody was always saying it's so hard. Make sure you choose other things. But I was like, look here, I'm not
That's
choosing.
why me not apply.
Stop it. Apply, girl. Apply.
We choose the easy way out. We choose the easy way out because you
Okay.
take us to the hospitality. We couldn't.
But I did it, and even though people were like, no, you may not get in and whatever, I was so adamant that this is where the Lord wanted me to be. I was so adamant that this is where me there day. Like by the hook or the crook, me there reach and me there done and me there pass with flying colors. So, a lot of times we tend to listen to what people say, like, you can't get in here, it's hard. And they share their experience and think that their experience will be your experience. But that definitely made me trust God even more to know that whatever it is that He has planned for my life, He will take me there. He will take me there, so I don't have to worry. He will lead me exactly where I need to go.
Wow, that's good.
And on the topic of self-awareness, again, it doesn't have to make sense to anyone for it to be okay.
Yep.
Just thought I'd put that in there.
Yes, babe.
And sometimes some people see you, well, to them it doesn't look like that's what you're doing, but you are living your life trusting God, obeying Him, going where He tells you to go, doing what He tells you to do. And people are out there looking at you like, a girl, you know, no sense.
You understand?
What that she do? This don't make no sense. And He continues to show up and be faithful. Time and time again. When I left my first job, people wouldn't even know that it was as awful as you just described. First job. And it was a similar experience until I get out of character and tell people about them parts because it was just too much. And I remember God saying, when I just started the job, God said 3 years. And I said, no, man, I may stay 5 years because I want to save some little money and whatever. In the third year, crosses from every area of life start turn up. Some character traits that people never have. Or you turn a blind eye to just start show up. And you're like, what is this? I remember God said, put in your resignation for December 31, not a day over. I'm there afraid. I say, but me not apply to nowhere. I'm not do nothing. And whatever. And I remember just months before, the Holy Spirit said, tell this person that you're available to help them with whatever they need help with. Because they are writer and you're right. And you have little sense, and you go to school. And I remember he gave me, I think it was one press release to write. And remember, I'm asking, how much I want to write that press release? I'm going to tell him, and it was like, it was a space where what I had to offer was so valued that whatever price I put on it, he would pay.
Pay you.
Them saw me as strange. And I remember I sit down there and I said, we got married in November. And by the time it was time to go back to work, I'm sick. And I said, what is now? I must take sick leave, I must stay home. And turns out it looked like I did have dengue, and them did a hush it up, said dengue I go around, and it was one big drama.
Oh Lord.
And I remember I get better and go back to work. I'm there work 1 day, 2 days, sick again. So, and even when all of this happened, it now play out to me. So the Holy Spirit said, put in your resignation. And now register. Yeah, my supervisor cussed, and it was just craziness left, right, and center. And I remember in the last wave of sickness, I was home. And I was there with the Holy Spirit, I said, putting the resignation. I just could not do it. And while I was home, I think it was the Monday I was supposed to go back to work, or the Wednesday, and I got a call. The person said, the Lord has been telling me to call you for months, and I've been afraid because I keep hearing you say that you're staying in this job for 5 years. And he was like, tell me how much you need for you to come work for me, and I will pay it.
Wait, preach, girl.
I'm like, what is?
Wow, wow, wow.
I said, God, what is? And it was the fastest I wrote that resignation. I think I sent in the resignation the day after that. And it was like 2 weeks left. It was like 2 weeks left in November, in December, something like that. I don't remember. But on my last day in office, because I really went back to work to pack up to leave, and the amount of work where the people them did a plan for fling for me January morning
Wow.
at no increase in salary. When I tell people how much to get paid, them tell me say I lie myself.
Wow.
I'm gonna say look at God.
Come on now.
Look at God. But anyway, it pays to be obedient, guys. I know a lot of times you guys hear me talking about obedience and how anything God say me do like a fool, anything him say me do like a fool. Another testimony is me and Chris marriage. When me and Chris finally put out that we were engaged, people were shocked and saying, oh, them engaged so quick, oh, them are married so quick, and whatever. But the Lord told us that 20, I wish you were in a 20, how long am I married?
Somebody help her.
If you don't know.
The Lord told us that 2018 was the year. I remember we were so afraid because we felt like we needed to have this grand extravaganza. And based on the as even though I didn't want a big wedding, I felt like I needed to have a certain type of wedding. And
What about you?
the Holy Spirit, I remember the July of 2018, it's like God light fire under our skin. Like, didn't I tell you, prophecy and everything, you know? Didn't I give you specific instructions, XYZ? So between July, that was July, you know, almost August. Between July, almost August, and November, we planned wedding. Everything was paid for. I think the only thing that we paid for out of pocket was for my dress alone. We never paid for honeymoon. We never paid for the car. We were rent
good.
We live mortgage free. It's like rent free. It was like God was just saying it is time, and we need to just make this step.
Yeah, bless God. Bless God.
Good.
So I don't know who did need a little quick word about obedience and
boy, we need to get married at 2020. Don't watch the quarantine, get married.
Moving at our church, we say moving at the speed of the Holy Ghost. You better get some momentum and listen to Jesus.
Come on.
I see Christopher said it was a beautiful wedding. My brother was a photographer and he fly down and take picture for free. Chris did my video highlights. It was just favor all over.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we would be sitting waiting for 2019 to have a wedding, and then broke and hungry.
Yeah.
No meaningful life. Anyway. Somebody said watch the vision and go on. Yeah, trust me, my whole life, even going into that first job, it was all obedience. And I've seen where being in that first job really set me up for the ministry that God has me doing now.
Yeah.
Because 3/4 of the people that I met there, I would not know them if I had not been there. Including Taniel Campbell. So next question, kind of a bit on the lighter side. Well, I would think. And the question is, what do others do that annoy you the most, and what does that reveal about you?
Oh gosh. Answer. Plus. Thank you. Next.
Wow.
Zadzy. Okay. One thing I people. What is one?
Poor online representation.
Oh Lord.
Jesus has mercy.
Yeah, all on today.
make me cringe so. Mercy God. Guys, viewers, listeners out there, please. If you not go online, just get a look at Elpan. So
Oh Lord.
if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm somebody else. Look up Amoy. Yeah, I'm putting the plug. Hello. No.
Wait, say if the camera don't make sense, no bother.
Wait, that's definitely one.
Post a quote. Post a quote.
I'm gonna my things I make joke. I want to make it worse than that. She never said them to you. I'm such a screenshotter. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I think one of the major thing is I don't like when people don't do things on my time. What that reveal about me? I'm impatient.
Impatient.
So Zila said it best, but very impatient. So that's kind of my biggest one. I'm gonna tell you something get real unseen. I mean explain out my way why them could I do it when I ask, like the people have not nothing for them.
And you know what I think it is? I think it is, Ella, like we always expect people to do things the way that we would. Like we expect them to do it how we would do it, but they're a whole completely different person than us.
It's
You know
true.
what I mean?
It's true.
And I think like even in marriage, I forget the marriage example.
Like I said,
marriage example because trust me, you see when you're moving with somebody you're not living with them before, it's a whole different thing. Sometimes even the simplest of things, you're like, so why do I do it so? Like that makes sense? Like why you don't do it this way? Hello? But you just have to understand, say, I am not him, he is not me. But at the end of the day, sometimes it not even really matter because you get the same end result. You may not like the process and you probably wouldn't do it that way, but a lot of times it's not really that big of a deal, I find, in my marriage. So it's just something I have to learn. It's something that's something that me and my husband are still both learning, and we will continue to learn. So, but I mean, girl, they can do it. Some people kind of need a little impatience, though, I'm not lie.
Every
Right,
time I ask Chris to do something, you're nervous.
Oh Lord.
One of my things is if you're gonna do it how I would do it, I don't feel like it's at the good.
Yeah, not the properly.
I mean, we get me.
Oh Lord.
So if you're gonna sweep out the house, you need to sweep it from the front door to the back door and not the other direction, because that just doesn't make sense.
But at the end of the day, the house get sweep anyway. But we not see that way there.
Wow.
I totally get you.
Wow, you see him pop up, but you see him come over here just to make this comment. Man. Like when we just get married, me have to learn quick to listen. And every day you gotta have the energy to clean the house, and some days you might do it. You just have to accept how him do it and sleep peaceful knowing that it was done. So
yes, I am.
Come Taniel, Miss People Lover.
One thing I don't like is when people confuse being upfront. No, and people think that being mean and being upfront is the same thing. And I feel like that comes from a place of, like in Jamaica, the culture there is so different. People are very blunt, whatever. Back in the day, I was very, very, very mean. If you were in ISF with me and you're on an exec with me, I am so sorry. From the bottom of my heart, I was so impulsive. Listen to me. This is my public apology. I'm so sorry. Because I feel like, and I feel like, because I'm like, this sort of things, this sort of feels, I'm just gonna lay it down there, and however you want to receive it, you just receive it. And I feel like, I don't know, regardless of what you do, like something in your heart is going to tell you that it's mean. Like you're going to feel it even a little bit, and it depends on what you do to brush off this feeling, but you are going to feel that it's mean. And I feel like that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing for me. And being in Canada, completely different culture. If you breathe too hard, people upset, and culture shock. My first month here, I was very confused as to what is going on in this country. Take me back to Jamaica. No, like Canada, honestly, food, make bricks, I mean, no sandpaper, me like if you want to learn how to be refined or I don't know, just not be mean, move to Canada. Most specifically, British Columbia, not Toronto because everybody here is from Jamaica, but just go over there, over to the West Coast where all the Caucasians are. Sorry, if any Caucasians are watching, I'm not racist on this.
No, but why can you
However,
find the people
but
nice?
that's just me, and I think this is coming from a place where
No,
I knew I been there, done that, and now I just hate when I see it in other people.
Yeah, I think for me, I do not like when I'm in a
No,
friendship.
Ashley Brady, hey girl. She was the
What?
president of the ISDF, Ashley Brady.
Oh, yeah, I was
she
saying
was
that I think I don't like when I'm in a friendship or a relationship and people pressure me. I don't like that. Pressure me to talk about my feelings, to talk about things that I don't want to talk about. And I think that really shows that I can be very closed. I can be very closed. And I can bottle up my feelings sometimes. I can make you feel like you know about me when you really don't know anything about me, if that makes sense. You can understand what I say. So I don't like when people start pushing me certain ways. And I just close down. I just shut down and be like, all right, K, okay, KL, cool. I don't know.
Listen, but I have a style where like everybody knows it. And I can be closed, but with who I want to be close with. So when we talk to you, and we will see if I can let my guard down and then we'll talk to you some more. But if I feel like you know me too much, I go just ease your back and say relax. I'm here on it, not you.
Yeah. I find that I'm very guarded, and it's something that I want to work on because I feel like your testimony is so powerful. And to me, I'm a kind of clown in this sense because I want to, as I said before, I really want to encourage young women in Christianity. But then if my close, Omega help them.
Whoa,
But if I'm guarded, Omega help them.
People will hear me talk about. People will hear me talk about like my testimony and all of that, and feel like I'm just this open person that you can just come talk to and sit down and tell you all of my business. No, I always tell people we have layers, we have depths, we have corners, dimensions.
Yeah, that's me, too, girl.
There is so much to me that you can't get to know me in one sitting or a couple Facebook messages, and that's why I'm so intentional about friendships because I feel like I feel like I have a very complex personality, and I feel like if God not clear you for the friendship, somebody
you gotta get the cake.
Yeah,
Cool.
somebody feelings are gonna get hurt or me feel like me feel tiptoe around you and me can't deal. Me cannot deal with that.
Yeah. And for me, like I'm trying to find the balance between because I still want to guard my heart because when I love really hard. And so therefore when I'm disappointed or my heart gets broken, like that really takes a toll on me. And so I feel like in these latter years I've really, instead of really opening up, I've gotten even more guarded. But I'm really trying to find a balance between, not letting people take advantage and not letting people force you to talk about things that maybe you're not ready to, or confiding them when say, this is not necessarily somebody that I need to be confiding in, but also being open to share because you want to help and you want your experience to, shape somebody else's life or guide somebody else's life. So that's the balance something there. In terms of that, I'm really trying to work on it.
And that's why for me to like in everything I do, I just have to walk with the Holy Spirit because I feel like persons can be so fragile.
Yeah.
And a lot of persons go into encounters or friendships with with a preconceived notion of what it is supposed to be like and what they're supposed to get and how you're supposed to behave. And then when you don't meet that expectation now, is a problem. And my blunt is the kind of blunt where we probably vex over foolishness. And me, I tell you, say, a foolishness I vex over, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So, as Tanya said to me one day, you know, everybody think you're so tough, but you're so. You remember when I said that?
Baby. Absolutely.
Because they are layers and dimensions, and like you have to peel away for make my sister. All right, you can handle me as a person and not just this idea that you have of me.
Yeah, I agree with that completely, Amar. I agree with that.
Because enough people see me on my timeline and come in on my DM and get them feelings hurt. And
and they have a good post status.
Yeah, they might expect this lifelong. They might expect this lifelong friendship and this long, deep conversation, and we're just not there.
We're not cooking. We're not there. So they might get the hard exterior.
Let me see. So if anybody has any questions, now is the time to ask.
I think somebody had asked a question. I think it was Glenisha.
Yeah, she had asked me, what does that reveal about me?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
It reveals that I can be quite the control freak, which is so contradicting because somebody who lives a life so submitted, how can you be so controlling? But I will try to manage as much as I can, and when God talk, me just easy myself. That is just me. But if I can control it, I'm going to try to control it. Ashley says some of the toughest people are the softest. I know so much of them. So if you have any questions, please ask. Because we are winding down.
I can't believe the time I run off so fast.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like idiot, but I'm nervous.
I don't know what I'm nervous for.
I don't know.
But you see, no matter how many lives are, how many interviews are, how many speaking engagements, miss nervous before I start. But once I start talking, it's like
go away.
Yeah.
All right. So, question: what are you angry about?
Oh gosh, am I angry? I don't know. What am I angry about?
The Lord said vengeance is mine. So hashtag nothing.
I don't know, that's hard. I have to think really deep. Coming to think my anger about nothing. Right in at this minute.
Yeah.
Like I can't see about and come so happy, you wanna make me so joyful in the night. I have to think really hard.
Nothing, no social issue.
Probably what I'm angry about right now, trivial.
Why trivial?
Because I'm doing my workout.
The same argument. Listen, from me get that new workout, me just I talk to myself and I wonder, what is this really? But then me looking at because my mirror is very disrespectful. So anytime I feel like anytime I feel upset or sad or I feel like I can't go no more, I just go looking at the mirror there. I'm gonna say, all right, back to the drawing board. So what do you miss
in terms of social?
Oh, so Jody said she's angry about how inconsiderate people can be.
Jody.
Jody said I'm angry about Thursdays. Listen, every Thursday I feel pain because I don't know what is 2 boiled egg and a slice of bread.
Oh Lord.
That's my Mondays.
We couldn't do that. We couldn't do that for the Monday morning,
Oh
Ella.
my
I'm
God.
sorry. Could not.
Sick of it. Sick
And
of it. But
then,
girl,
and
we
then,
push it through, girl, because we is good buddies.
I have to stop eat the gluten, so I have to stop eat the bread. So I really eat 2 boiled egg and a gluten-free wrap, and it's not cute.
That's a part of your program?
Yeah,
That sounds very dreadful.
but I just
That's
one of the
upsetting.
days. And I just
That's
the
just
breakfast
that's just
stuff.
one day of what breakfast is. Just
Oh.
breakfast.
And the little cheese, me can't eat it again. So me I eat 2 boiled egg and a gluten-free wrap, and it depressed me every Thursday morning.
Wow.
Oh, I wanted to mention something based on what Jodian said in terms of
Inconsiderate.
being angry about how inconsiderate people can be. You know, I find a lot of times that sometimes people don't really know. And that's the
They
truth.
don't.
Sometimes we assume that because we know that this hurt us, we expect that you must know say you hurt us in that way. And I'm not referring to people who maybe they do something to you and you guys have a conversation about it and they continue to do it. I'm not talking about in a situation like that. I'm just talking about in general, a lot of people do not have the same values. We were not grown the same way. And a lot of people just do not know.
Yep.
Straight up don't know. A lot of times we have to kind of try to be gentle and show love in some of those situations sometimes, and just make people know that, you know, this thing that you do really hurt me, you know, I feel a real way about it, and have a conversation. Sometimes some of these things can be fixed with just one conversation, sometimes not. Sometimes people just really try to get underneath your skin and want you to send them up somewhere, but we're not going to do that in Jesus' name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Send them to heaven. Send them to
We bless the Lord.
And then
right now,
sometimes
in the name of Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
sometimes you can't even take it personally either.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's why back to the whole self-discovery and self-awareness, you have to be secure in yourself that people can say anything and it don't move you.
Yeah.
Like the other day, somebody tell me say me lose a lot of weight and me don't look as pretty as I was when they just met me.
Girl, me did get that too.
And me did know me not only saved but sanctified, because it never moved me in any way. And I could see that the person was just genuinely trying to give a compliment.
Yeah, them
And
know
it just never work out.
It miss.
Never work out. PK,
No, sir.
PK say I'm angry about manipulative people.
Ooh. Mm. Ah, boy.
I think we all need to be able to get to a place where we can know, like, quickly identify when somebody's
I
being
was
manipulated.
just about to say that. I was literally just about to say that, Amoy.
We need to know. We need to know. And there is no real outside of psychology theory and all of them something that you kind of really just need to be intuitive.
Yes, that's it.
If something feel off or it not feel right, something is probably wrong with the exchange that is happening.
Yep.
And a big form of manipulation I'm seeing right now is telling people what they should and should not do. That are not biblical. And it is just Daddy.
Yep. So true, Jordan. They can be parents, cousins, friends, elders, deacons, youth directors, all the like. All the like.
Trust me, man. And yo, you see how self-awareness important in every area of life?
So true.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to make it seem the other day like I was being what's that word? Combative or confrontational because somebody said foolishness, and I asked them what is that?
Wow.
Same Rev Chantel.
You know what?
I'm like, you have to be
Chantal ain't a part
responsible.
of this conversation.
You have to be responsible with what you're saying, and you can't make because you have a bad experience. You gotta tell people foolishness. That is
Yeah.
you trying to manipulate the situation to have the outcome that you would like it to have.
Right.
And everybody is going to have that outcome.
Right.
But I leave them for the rapture and judgment day.
Coffee coming like a raptor.
Yes. Sing, Tanya. Sing.
Mind them tell us that reggae music is a sin.
You said the words out of my mouth. Say, look what I'm gonna come fair.
You got hear some I'm
Please.
live with reggae music.
Yeah, I'm
Please,
live and people
please
are
come
singing
for me.
reggae music.
The Jamaican borders are closed, so nobody can come for me.
Buddy.
But Brad,
So with 15 minutes left on the live, what do you miss most about yourself?
Mm. Mm.
I don't know. I'm gonna miss no.
You think you miss no?
Maybe.
miss most of myself.
Wow, I'll go. I miss some aspects of Jamaica Tennille. I feel like Jamaica Tennille was so fearless and just so
Listen,
bold. I
sometimes
used
no one fight your friend them, cause me no know. Sometimes I see some posts, me I wonder what is going on.
girl, I felt same. I mean, honestly,
One time I see Tanya post one snap. Tanya is on a bridge with 2 to 3 Canadian girls in pitch black darkness. Doing what? Looking
what
at
do
the
you
water
know?
laughing. I don't understand.
That's so funny that that's the one random thing you remember. That's so weird.
What is even happening? Like, why were you guys on the bridge in the dark?
Yes, Holy Ghost. Sure, Lord, sure. Sure, Jesus, I shan't say anything. Anyways. Anyways, I just, yeah, I feel like this culture is very restricting, and I don't know, people are just bold, minimalist.
Because persons would look at the Jamaican culture, especially in a Christian context, and think that it's restricting.
They
I feel
were.
like in Jamaica, there's freedom of expression, and you're like here, there's freedom of grace. I don't know. There's hyper grace, like you just do whatever you want. Like that's a thing. Compared to Jamaica is more strict. Like people are very like religious, whatever. So I guess that's the main difference. But here, very restricting. People are such minimalists that the slightest thing that you do that's above minimal is considered extra. I get DMs saying that I'm extra so often, and I feel like I'm so calm these days. Like, imagine if they knew me 2 years ago.
As me say, you're extra in Jamaica, then you're super extra Canada.
What? But yeah, I miss Jamaica a lot. And just relationships in Jamaica, they're very intentional. Like here, relationships are so casual. People, sorry, this is not a rant. Canada, I love you. Please give me the passport when I'm ready to go flight. Lord, I need
You want the
Yeah, I
internet,
think
girl? You want the internet?
Justin. I'm kidding. But yeah, it's definitely a different culture, and I just miss Jamaica Tennille a lot. But it's up to me to just stop splitting myself into multiple different pieces and just really be confident in who I am and live out that truth wherever I go. Because I feel like it's going to be such a culture shock when everybody's at my wedding and like all my different worlds collide. Like, what is that going to look like? I have no idea. Like my Toronto friends versus my Jamaican friends versus my school friends. I don't know what that's going to look like, and I feel like I just need to really ground myself some more.
At the bush prep, I feel like the Toronto friends will be just fine because Jamaican culture kind of infused with Toronto culture.
Yep.
But them school friend them, I'm worried. I'm worried.
Yeah, well, yeah. So hashtag ground yourself. Don't put yourself up. That's all I have to say. The final word.
Come, Devani, what do you miss about yourself?
I don't know. Like, that's hard. I don't know.
Me, I miss the fact that I used to have a lot of fun. I don't feel like I have fun anymore in life.
I beg to differ.
Really? What kind of
Oh,
fun have
that's
you? Come tell me, Toniel, what kind of fun may I have?
You're having fun in the Lord. This is fun.
I feel like I'm just getting back to that place of, because what I miss most about myself is my personality. Because I feel like for the past 6 years, we're not 2020, right? I feel like for the past 6 years, I've been suppressing my personality to fit religious rules and regulations. And I feel like I'm just coming into understanding what is sin and what is cultural and what is just creative expression.
Mm-hmm.
And being a creative
Good is
person.
about to choke right out.
Being a creative person, I felt like I was suppressing who I was at the core and putting on a bunch of rules and conforming to a bunch of rules that weren't even biblical. So it's like Jesus wasn't even upset, you were upset, and I was trying to change to not make you upset.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I'm coming back into my personality, I'm coming back into that fun me. And somebody said back said this is not your real personality. It is still my personality, but let's just say that there were aspects that I was suppressing because the church made it out to seem like it was wrong to have a personality.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, yeah.
I thought of something that I miss about myself. So I used to be very involved at my home church, like president of this, lead president of worship, read scripture, encourage people. And I feel like since I've gotten married, like I'm just like not. I'm just like there. I'm just like there. But like it's something that I really wanted to work on this year, like being involved. Because it's not like I don't know it, like it was my life for so long. Like before I got married, like it was my life to just be involved like all the time. But I don't know if it's like timidness or what, or I don't really know the people like that. So I don't know if I'll be heard and all that stuff. But I'm gonna work on it. But I miss that. I miss like being involved. And I feel like when I was serving, like me and God just did it on a different level. Like I feel like I don't know. I was just at a different place. I was just on a different level with God. And that sense of community that I had when I was at my previous church, like it's like non-existent now because I'm not involved, which is very bad. So I miss that. I miss, being able to relate to people my age about like regular issues that young people have and stuff like that. Miss it. Yeah.
The old church is far away.
Well, it's in Kingston and I live in St. Catherine. So
why Esha people don't like
visit them on 2 times.
Esha is Portmore.
More.
Go and visit them 1 and 2 times.
Yeah.
Excitement of your life.
Yeah. I need to do that because they're always asking me when I'm coming over, like, when are you coming? When are you visiting? We miss you so much.
I feel like if I visit my old church, I'm going to hold me dog and enjoy me Oliver.
Wow. Them just say, yeah, man, just wait for marriage for bus way.
Like, whoa. Wait, Tanya, you get friend.
Oh, who is that cutie?
Ah.
I think the one thing I miss is I used to go out a lot. I mean, I do that no more. She like, yeah, I think I miss that. But, well, there are reasons why I want to go out. Right, I'm on. But I think I miss that.
Very hard now.
Listen, I used to go out hard. Like, yeah. So I think I miss that aspect of myself. Every week, I'm in somewhere. Zelia, do not comment. So yeah, I think I miss that about myself. Just going out and the socializing. I like to explore Jamaica. So like last 2 months when they say every weekend I go somewhere, and then when it start and then it stop. So that aspect I think, yeah. Yes, I'm going to plan a trip.
But wait till my beach body set in.
Good. Oh good.
What time is it? So I have 6 minutes left. A little under 6 minutes. Jodian said, Mr. the Portmore ceiling from Dev Rolling.
Back to you. Back to Julius for a primitive.
That's hilarious.
Listen, I'm not switch Portmore for nothing. Portmore. I feel like in Portmore you can have a good enough life and not be broke.
Agreed. I agree.
So let me see what I want to be the last question. What are others learning from my mistakes? Can you see?
What's telling you?
I'm have to think what I want to add now.
I said they're learning to know who they really are, okay? Because knowing who you are is paramount importance. I feel like preaching here.
Yeah.
Come on now, come on. Don't quench the spirit. Hey.
I was saying from my mistakes in terms of I mean it's like a human musician, a human keyboard. So I would say from my past mistakes in terms of relationship, how I operated, they're learning to know that they're a whole complete person. God made them beautiful. You don't need to live by people's expectation of you. You don't need to live for people's compliments. You don't need to live to please people. Just build that relationship with God. Find yourself, zooming on that person, find your passion. Let's go and trot on. Using it. Do.
Every time you say do, I think about something.
Wallet.
Is that good or bad? Is that good or bad?
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Why I feel like you watch Carter Family on YouTube?
I don't even know who Carter Family is. Send me the link, girl. Send me the link off of the ear.
Them crap me up.
Why is Zelia not come out to the comments?
Zelia says, Chantal, can I tell them what I learned
What
from
did you
you?
learn, Zelia? Many people
Yes,
don't
tell
know.
me.
Zelia learned from you.
Yeah,
Me want
I
to
tell
hear.
you. Sure, tell me.
She can't tell me, so you have to tell me.
She's scandalous.
I want to know for true.
Me don't know what she's talking about.
Soon
The people want to know.
Me don't know what she's talking about, so chef gonna let it go. Chef gonna release it.
So, Tanya, what are others learning from your mistakes?
Wow.
Look how my day I did for Thursday. I never know somebody can bring out my nice big bucket on the camera. I'm a drink Frank Galhan. Sure.
Peak, straight from the peak.
Come on now. What? Wow.
Listen, Chantal asked why my jug so big. Me can't drink water out a bottle. That's too much work. Me feel full up bucket every minute. It don't make no sense. So, me leave that off on my birthday list now. I should have put this on my birthday list. I need a gallon portable bottle or a half gallon. Preferably a gallon.
Why is DVB so funny? She's so funny.
Amoy is the epitome of ask and it shall be given unto you.
Listen,
Literally. Living, breathing proof, okay? You guys hear me? Totally agree that this shall be your portion as well.
You know why? Because I've lived my life for so long, doing, balancing, managing everything on my own. Without
Testify.
help, without asking. And it has been a mess. So God teach me how to depend on others.
Teach me, Lord.
I like what
Yes,
your husband
Lord.
just said, Amoy.
When I'm said don't live for culture, expectations, and people's opinions, don't give up
Yeah.
your individuality. Plagiarism isn't it.
Come on,
Why?
now, Chris.
Plagiarism
Preach,
somewhere.
preach. Must be a writer's husband.
Boy, to train him good.
He's a writer. He
What
needs
you
to
mean?
write.
I was gonna say something. What am I gonna say? Oh, what I think people probably can learn from me or would have learned from me is that you're not too young to serve. I always felt like, no, I can wait, I can wait to do this, like, I can wait to do this, I'll wait until I'm 18 to get involved. No, why? Why? You have something to show, you have something to give. Like, God has blessed us all with talent, and it's not just a talent that him dropping you. Him don't just say, okay, you're 18 now, here's your talent. No, like, we all have talents and we all have gifts that, encourage people, that help people along the way, that really minister to people. So don't ever be afraid to be like, oh no, I can't do this now because I'm too young, or I need to do this first before I can. No, you can walk in your purpose from whatever age you are. Just follow the Lord's leading. Don't watch if you don't say, oh, I have to graduate university first. No, you can do it.
Never put off for tomorrow what you can do today.
Yes.
Wow.
Amen. Amen.
That's good.
Come, Chantel.
I'll tell you time.
Did you talk already?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
What you said, that was your own, Amoy? Never put off?
No, I not say mine yet.
Oh.
I not even remember what I say.
Wow.
Come, Taniela.
But watch Taniela up there.
What can people
looking watch her?
What are you learning from your mistakes?
Wow. When you look at who I was and who I am now, you can see that the Holy Spirit really transforms. I feel like I feel like a completely different person. So I hope that is you guys feel like I'm different as well. And I feel like encounters, if you have an encounter with God and you're not transformed, was that really an encounter? Question mark. So that's one thing.
Come introduce her to the life. That is what you should do. Because you got over her time.
Yeah, obviously, I don't understand.
Wow, oh my.
You see, I love this sister, because mine would have done the same thing.
Very unprofessional. I'm so sorry. She is sick and tired. I've been here for 2 hours now.
She wants her sister. She need her time. You finished?
In conclusion, the Holy Spirit transforms. If you claim that you have an encounter with the Lord and you're not transformed, it wasn't an encounter. Go back to the drawing board. Full stop.
Meanwhile, Zila is in the
Oh my
comments
God.
talking about being a Yamed Christian.
I saw it. I was like, nosy. Yam Ed.
Me need new friends. Me can't
Listen, some people are Yamed Christian for true, you know, because them will read something in the Bible and the Bible clearly say XYZ, and them go church and the pastor say YWQ and then
then believe the
drop
pastor.
XYZ and take the QW as gospel.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is very Yamed like.
Yamed. I like. Sorry, I don't know what a Yamed is. I feel like I left.
Oh my God, Tanya, stop that.
Who is a
Just
Yamed?
go and check Life of a King on Instagram for the definition. Go
Oh my
check
God.
it out,
A Yamed
right?
is basically somebody who just does not make conscious, sensible decisions in any given context.
Okay.
AKA
Okay.
fool.
And another new term I've heard is man clown.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
the yam head is basically
new.
equivalent to the man clown, because you can be a yamed in a relationship that would be equal to being a man clown.
Clown. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I love the definition. Love it.
Thank you. I love how to break that down.
Please use it in a sentence.
I've spent years with the words.
So Yamed man clown. Thank you. Thank you very much.
What you wanna hear that? That is a cat.
I was just about to say, which baby crying outside?
Am I a secret baby over there?
I
What?
think what others are learning from my mistakes is that you don't necessarily need to be one thing, and that is career-wise, ministry-wise. You don't have to be one thing. I think our culture, our society in general, kind of tells us that we need to be this one blueprint to be a successful human. So you need to go to school, you need to have the good family, you need to have that one career that really sets you apart and adds some meaning to your life. But you don't have to be one thing. You can be a blogger, you can be a YouTuber, you can write for a living, you can be a cashier. However many things you can manage and balance, you can be that. Because as long as it is in line with your purpose and God's will for your life, because you can be busy doing nothing,
Yeah.
and be busy doing things that are not meaningful and purposeful. So
Yes.
whatever you can,
That's
whatever
so
God
true.
call you to do, balance them, do them. You don't have to wait until you don't have to wait until you're comfortable enough to leave the job to start the business. Like, we live in a world now where you can do more than one thing. So like my friend Jody, you can bake cupcakes and you can be an author all at the same time.
Yeah, I want to subscribe to my YouTube.
Yes.
Come on now, plug the channel.
So in closing, I can just give everybody their chance to say their final closing words.
Oh, we're doing that?
Yeah.
I just like to say thank you, Amoy, for bringing me on this live.
The dryer. Oh no.
Was that going to draw me right? Oh, that's
So not ready for drought.
But it was a good opportunity. I'm happy I
You're
had a chance to share
You're
with
welcome.
everybody. So for all the known and the fancy believer, yeah. So go ahead, follow me on the socials: Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, everything, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And be good. Ensure no pray, reading the Bible, try to find your purpose, your passion. Don't become churched out. You can't church and do a bag of things. Just find a passion, work on it, live good, be kind to one another, and God bless you all.
Taniel, because your sister needs you.
I'd like to just read Kimberly's definition of a Yamed. So Kimberly Broderick said, according to the Urban Dictionary, in quotes, in Jamaican culture can be defined as a man or a woman who is publicly being made a fool of by their significant other. A real idiot. That is a yamhead. Thank you, Kimberly, for that. Really appreciate
In a nutshell, you.
really appreciate that. That was good. Thank you so much, Amoy, for bringing me on this. I've never done anything like this before because people really think I'm a clown. And not a man clown, though.
Thanks for the clarification.
Not a man clown.
Yes,
Never.
very essential.
Yeah, be. Cannot be.
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's a fun time, a fun 2 hours. Follow me on Instagram if you want to.
Wow. But why is your page
Wow.
private?
Why is it private? Because you must follow me, duh.
I can follow you and it don't be private though.
No, you have to follow me to see.
I need to see if I should be interested or not. I need to see some kind of
interesting
content.
over there. Exactly.
I need to see what I'm following. I can't just be like, oh,
them kind of people there. But
I'm not
just a girl.
Stand up over there. Stand up on bridge in a pitch black darkness.
Tell you that if you want to, you can follow me. You know.
Nothing serious, but just plugging the gram. Campbell. Yeah, thanks guys.
No, stop it.
In the future, God's willing,
I would like to become a pastor.
Anyway, go explore the fancybeliever.com. Since Sunday, I'm not the Senegal. No,
I'm right to
the blog, the fancybeliever.com.
Oh, you know if a banana are planting.
Why did I think I'm planting grow on the same tree?
You watch too much cartoon.
Exactly.
So guys, it was good. This is the first of 3 parts. So we have another set of young women coming next week.
You need to put up Lashan coming.
For the persons who keep asking about the men, my target audience has nothing to do with men. No offense to the men, but we can't please everybody.
That's right.
Mash the condom, mash them.
We can't please everybody, and while everything deserves a fair and balanced perspective, that is not always found in the same place. Amen.
And one over the mailbox, Love 101.
Yeah.
Or some more men need to rise up and do the thing. Yes, Chantel, do the do. By the way,
saying that, please stop saying that.
Sometimes we take up things out of Jamaican whirlian culture, as we would call it, and we don't know what it means. You know what do they do mean? Stay there.
Please enlighten the masses. The people want to know.
The same thing whatever need.
My slang is from the American dialect.
But do the do.
I live across the pond. Okay? I am an Oreo.
Do.
Anyway, guys, it was fun. We're going overtime again. It was fun. I have 2 meals that I have not eaten, and I have to send in those before 12 o'clock. So,
Hey.
On a serious man.
You might didn't know. Girl, this is very serious. We don't want to get kicked out because our good buddies are coming along.
Wow.
so you don't want this life.
Very soon. But let's know. Do not read us up on the gram, okay? We going in 2 piece.
The picture them look nice, but trust me, the life not nice. So next week, guys, I remember Let's Talk About It is happening. And if you want to register, Sonia said the same thing me I think when me hear do they do. Let's Talk About It is happening, and you can
I'm a hype man in a register.
to theanointedwriter.com/events, and you will see a registration link there with some very detailed questions. And if you can't be transparent about those questions, then I don't think you're ready for that transformation. So,
oh no,
plug your shirt, Chantel.
Yes. Somebody wants
I'm
to
a
get my shirt.
believer.
I'm a believer. Merch coming soon. This is my bracelet coming soon. Thank you, guys.
Oh, as you say, merch. Guys, I have books on sale.
Oh yes, I did see it in your story. $2,000 for them, right?
$2,000. So please hit me up so that I can clear my debts so you guys can be transformed and delivered.
Amen.
Come on now.
Amen.
So anyway, guys, see you next week. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for being vulnerable. Thank you guys for being open. And to those on the live, share the video,
Thank
follow
you.
the pages, and we will see you next week with a whole new set of women who I think you guys are going to
Yeah.
love, 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 love. I'm not
Yeah, may I
calling.
come back?
You want to come back?
Joke.
I'm not calling any names. So see you guys next week. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.